Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beyond Second Cognition. I'm Beall. The topic of this discussion is only one exit. What we've been doing with all the work since we started it, and all the books we've written for those that are cogent enough to read them and use them as the advancement tools that they are, is we're eliminating the world of illusion. We're cutting down all the trees of belief. We're showing you the way out of the corral. And some of you may whine, well, you're not leaving me anything to believe in. No, I'm not. And there's one very solid purpose for this. You see, I know what I'm about with the business I'm doing here. And by eroding these beliefs, by challenging your perceptions, we're cornering that ego in your mind to where it has no place else to go. It has no belief to pump itself up with. I want to paint you a pretty grim picture, and this is a very sobering picture if you will genuinely take time to ponder the whole scenario in a very serious manner. The Hapim virus, the ego virus, has controlled humanity since it was created. We have never been human. We have been walking material representations of the fucking virus itself. You aren't human with your ego. You're just a fucking virus cell, except these days you're a human being that could become a human being if you can get rid of the residual virus habits. But I want you to ponder this. With the virus controlling all of human consciousness since humanity on this planet was created, have you ever really been human? Or have you just been an instrument for an infectious mind virus that made you believe that you were human? As I've stated in my last couple of videos, the virus had no value. The ego is as much a belief as the beliefs that it embraces to bolster up and prop up its stage-set world. So what we've been doing with all of our videos since we started this is we've been removing all the furniture from the stage set, or helping people to remove that belief furniture themselves if they choose to. But stop and think. This whole species history is nothing but a repeating error of the Hapim mind virus. This is why humans can't break out of the cycle, because the virus was ever the same. It never changed. It would go through little periods of peace, and then periods of war, and then destruction, and then rebuilding, and then it would go back over again, wash, rinse, spin. This is so-called human history, but the fact is, it's not human history. And even scholars have noted the history that we have is a history of the elite, the Aryans. So there is no human history. And even the Aryans themselves were infected by the mind virus. The only edge they had is they actively collaborated with the hive in a knowing sense, while everybody else was stone fucking ignorant. So there's not even any human history. There's a history of the elite stirring up the masses of humanity. But humans never played a role in our history other than being the cannon fodder to the designs of the hive. We never had our own consciousness. The hive controlled us. We're just a fucking mirror reflection of the virus. We've never been human. So by cutting off all these belief avenues of retreat and escapism, we've been working to leave you with nothing left to believe in. And you know why? Because once all the beliefs are gone, there's only one thing you have left, and that's yourself. To stand on your own 2 feet and become a human being without all the belief props on the stage set to support the actor's role of the virus in your mind. And when you get rid of the actor on the stage, there is no stage. It all disappears and humanity becomes human. Now, I want you all to think about this very seriously. I want you to ponder deeply what this means, because this is the friggin' truth. Now, I don't care about belligerent egos full of arrogance and things they think they know. I'm talking to the spirit inside people. I'm talking to the PSOYCA sentience that some people carry to help them drag themselves out of this illusion, come what may. We have been eroding beliefs every step of the way. And this is to create one exit from this mishmash goulash of beliefs, this fallacy, this illusion. And the one exit is to become human. The only thing you'll have left to believe in when all of that stuff is let go, when you get rid of all of the stage setting and all the props, and get rid of the actor on the stage called the ego virus, then all there's left is you. And you can walk out of that arena totally free, a totally autonomous, sovereign human being for the first time in human existence. We've had a few along the way, Siddhartha and Nietzsche and Emmanuel, Don Juan, but they have been very few in numbers, and the illusion has controlled everyone. The predators, as Don Juan called them, has ruled our mind. We aren't even ourselves. We're nothing but Xerox copies of a human being, controlled and driven by a mind virus that lies to us and make us think that it's us. The virus isn't you, folks. The ego isn't you. All of its awards and its accolades aren't worth shit, because they only bolster the illusion. They're props on the stage set of its illusionary reality. We've never had human history. We've had history of the hive and history of the elite. And humans have only been the cannon fodder. We've been the pieces and the pawns they move around on the chessboard. And there's not been any human history because we've never been human. We've been vehicles for a fucking mind virus that controls our every move, our every thought, our every perception in the five-sense world. All of you think about that very deeply. So what we've done with all these videos, what we've done with our books, is get rid of all the stage settings so you can get rid of the actor, so you can find the one way out, the exit to where the only thing that you have left to stand on, to believe in, is yourself as a human being, not as a malleable prop to the virus and the virus allies on this planet who have controlled it through their energetic manipulation and their secret societies and their fucking religions and their mystical traditions and their occult fallacies. When you decide to be human, you're going to find out that you're there and there's not even a stage anymore. The only thing you have left is you. And that's where we've been leading you, to discover that you, to discover what it is to be truly human without being a virus-infected prop, living in a world of stage-set illusions, propping up the illusion of the actor on the stage, which wasn't even real itself. Look at your ego as an actor. That's all he is. That's all she is. That's all the inner mind virus is to anybody. It's a fucking illusion. So we've been trying to show you the way out, because otherwise you're going to stay in the illusion, and you're going to let the actor rule your mind and convince you that it's you. So there's a method to my madness. And I'm talking to the people that'll listen, not to those that won't. Those that won't, they're self-made casualties. They're heading down the road to perdition by their own choice. They don't want to escape. They can't stand on their own 2 feet. They live in a world of dependency. Depend on God, depend on government, depend on authority. Never be your own authority. But we've shown you the way out. We've hewn down the trees of belief to where all that's left at the end of the day is you standing there on your own 2 feet as a genuinely human being. For those of you doing the work, stay the course and don't give up on yourselves.